the 3 count question of the week.
As we start to wind down the show, and this kind of built off of Ryan's wrestler of the week standings from last week, and also I blatantly and unapologetically stole this topic from the Take 3 Wrestling podcast. If you aren't subscribed to them, make sure you do so. Friends of the show, the Take 3 Wrestling podcast. And it's, if you could make a show, if you were in charge and you were going to make a TV show like Young Rock based on another wrestler's life, which wrestler would you pick as your TV show? So is there anybody that wants to kick us off with this question?
Ooh. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because I'm trying to think like who would have an exciting younger story to tell. That's not.
Am I the only
Rock.
one that did homework this week?
I did homework.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean-
impressed with you, Ryan.
No, you do other homework. I mean, the question of the week. This is the only thing I actually got a message to me about.
That's not true. Why do you always lie to the people, Ryan?
So who do you? Okay, so
So
you,
who's yours, Mister? I did my homework.
Mr.
I don't
Home.
want to go first.
Okay,
Well, too
fine.
bad.
I'll keep blathering on so you can rub it in that you did homework and I didn't.
Tim, you've changed.
I know I got a
What's
haircut.
gotten
Thanks.
into Tim?
It's
What's
all
gotten into
these.
him?
You know what it is? It's all these Zoa energies.
How'd that go? Did The Rock?
Nope,
marry you
not
or
yet.
whatever? No?
Not
Okay.
yet. Nope. We're gonna keep drinking them until he retweets me. Here we go.
You're gonna have a heart attack.
Can't wait. All right. So, yeah, I'm not sure like who younger, like in collegiate high school age would be interesting.
Ryan, I feel like you really want to talk.
No,
right
how real is Young Rock? Like, it's not a fucking biography or an autobiography of him. Like, it's clearly.
I mean, it's definitely played up for TV. I mean,
I've
it's
also
a-
never seen a single episode of Young Rock, so I have no idea. Like,
It's actually not a bad show. I think
Yeah,
you would
I actually
enjoy it.
recommend it. But
It's
but
on
also,
the cock.
since we are talking about TV shows though,
right on the cock.
I am loving The Good Place. So thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. I believe you both steered me in that direction. I am absolutely loving that show. But Ryan, I feel like you want to talk. Do you want to
No.
give your answer, Mark?
Because last time I fucking said something, it was fucking
Smokey's
3-on-1,
upset.
and Mark sat in the corner and didn't say a goddamn word.
You're
Mark.
upset. I'm sorry if that upset you.
Mark, do you want to give your answer? You said you did homework
Yeah.
this week.
I did some homework. So I thought about it. Who would have had an interesting childhood? And I went with Randy Orton being the third generation wrestler. The stories he heard from his grandfather and his dad and the wrestlers that would come by the house when he was younger. Plus the fact he was in the military and I think, was he a Marine that was dishonorably discharged?
Think so, yeah.
He pooped in the guy's bag.
I was gonna say, I wonder if they're gonna if they cover that in an episode. Who told him to shit in a bag?
So yeah, I think Orton would have a pretty good story to tell, especially from his childhood days.
I have an answer now.
Oh yes, Tim.
And it's not very creative, but what on television is.
Sure.
How about you turn Fighting with My Family into a TV series
Okay.
and retell Paige's story, much like with Mark talking about the stories. Paige's family was wrestlers. She got into wrestling at a very, very young age. And hearing all those stories played up through television would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Good one. Matt or Ryan, would you guys care to go?
I also went with a third generation superstar. I think you could get really cool once we get him into the ring and some of the things that he's battled. I went with the character known as Bray Wyatt, with Father IRS and Grandfather Blackjack Mulligan and the Wyndham Uncles. I think there's plenty of wrestling characters that we would see Bray Wyatt as a child, and then watch him like go through the Husky Harris phase. What's created a Bray Wyatt, like what snapped in him to want to go that route, I think would make fun television times.
I just thought of
Right,
another one.
Ryan, I was thinking you were going to go with Dominic Mysterio.
I was gonna go with fucking Mike Cohen's kid.
Thought Ryan was going to go with Nicholas.
What a story he has to tell.
Tim, do you want to give your other one?
Serves
No,
Braun
because
right.
everybody else needs to give theirs first.
Okay, Matt, do you want to go? Do you want me to go?
I will go. I was also thinking Bray, but I think after reading her book, I think a show about AJ Lee and her journey, especially with the topic of the book and the mental health thing, I think could go a long way. Be a very valuable show in that sense. So that was my final answer of AJ Lee.
I'd watch it.
Is there any surprise as to what my answer is going to be?
Oh, it's a story about Bret the Hitman Hart.
I mean, right.
Talk about stretching my dad's stool, stretching people in the gun.
Right. I mean, you had a fucking bear living under the front porch or something. I mean,
my lovely mother, Helen.
it was a goddamn circus in that house, and you had wrestlers coming in and out all the time.
And then the series finale is his stroke, right?
My poor brother Owen.
Ah,
We talk about my poor brother Owen and all of my other family, Bruce and Keith, and all of them, and
I mean,
Martha.
You know, all of them.
Martha.
all them.
I don't know the names of all the God blessed hearts.
See,
Look, can I get points for naming all the women on Raw and SmackDown?
Thank you.
you do.
it was
Truth be
Dean
told, I
Hart.
don't know all the brothers.
Oh, there's Smith. I forgot about my brother
Smith
Smith.
was the oldest.
He died of
Hart.
Yeah, that's the
prostate
guy
cancer.
that had the last name as a first name, right?
S, S
Yeah.
Hart. There's another B. Isn't there another B Hart?
There was Dean Hart
Bruce,
passed away.
Dean, Owen, Keith,
Martha.
Martha. No, Martha was Owen's wife.
And she married. Yeah, she
The
married into the
sisters
family.
were Ellie.
There,
Oh,
there
here
was
we
Jim.
go.
Ellie
there's-
was married to Neidhart.
My brother Wayne.
There's Diana.
Wayne. Diana.
I forgot about Wayne.
There was Keith Hart.
Yeah, Keith was in the match, the Survivor Series match with
And- Yep, he was there. Kevin Hart was in
There's
there too, I
Ellie.
think.
Kevin Hart.
Ellie. Everyone loves Ellie and Georgia.
There was
And then there was
Jimmy,
Of course.
Allison. Ross.
Mary.
There's
Mary Hart did Entertainment Tonight.
The guy
Diana.
who was Hart from Captain Planet. I think he was one of the brothers.
Then you got to
The
think about
episode where he reveals like how disappointed he is with Natty. Oh, just tears.
Captain Planet.
me meeting my best friend the Anvil, hooking him up with my lovely sister. I believe he got married to Ellie. Is that right?
Well, here's some breaking news.
Oh, we have breaking
wait.
news.
Uh-oh.
From Impact Wrestling, a limited number of fans will be able to attend Slammiversary on July 17th at Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Tickets on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So for the first time since the start of the pandemic, fans back with Impact.
And the WWE star was Steve Cutler. Whatever.
Didn't Impact usually just gets a small amount of fans anyway?
Yeah.
Mark, that's
pay-per-views.
very mean.
That's so true. That's why I didn't do anything with them. I decided to do something with AEW, and then they put me and they slipped me down that set of stairs holding that 9,000-pound title. Maybe if they'd shipped it up and made it look something real nice with like a winged eagle on it or something. Be a little
Tim, what
more
was your
edgy.
other answer?
The Big Show.
Nope, that was
I'll
on
be
Netflix. Fuck you.
No, the Big Show
Ah.
show was the Big Show as a dad and like doing
Oh,
the sitcom life.
Awful.
But having the Big Show grow up and be a giant, like I was thinking Andre the Giant, but nobody wants to hear a little kid talk about having a cookie talking like that. But Big Show is like an adolescent being much larger than everyone else, growing up as the goofy giant. That would be cool.
Over.
Young giant.
Hey, A show about Kamala growing up would be good too.
Well, they didn't have cameras in Uganda.
Yeah, come on,
That's
Mark.
true. The deepest, darkest Uganda from the
Now,
jungles.
has it just been me and Jim that watched Young Rock? Who else had seen it?
I've seen a few episodes. I haven't seen all of them.
Is there a actor that portrays another wrestler that you just particularly like the best? Like the guy that portrays Andre, or the guy that does I don't know, any of them?
I
I
mean,
was
I've only
afraid-
seen 2 episodes, so
I mean, I think the guy that does Randy Savage, I think, does a good job at portraying Randy Savage and not like a imitation of Randy Savage.
That's fair.
So
The Sheik guy, he seems okay.
yeah.
I did see a clip of Rocky Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guy who plays Rocky
I
Johnson's
think,
really
yeah, I
good.
think so too.
Yeah.
The scene I saw was when The Rock was getting into the University of Miami, and Rocky Johnson was working at the factory. And he took the call.
I
Mhm.
love the guy that played Ed Orgeron as the defensive coordinator at Miami. That cracked me up because, again, I'm a college football mark as well. Devin said he's liked it and he's watched a couple episodes. Charlie commenting about tonight's Dark Side of the Ring, Grizzly Smith and Jake the Snake Roberts and all that.
I forgot
I
about
saw
that.
The Rock had tweeted earlier today he had gotten in like an advanced release of the episode and talked about how heavy the episode is. So, yeah, Dark Side's been hitting really well. Is there any other?
Prepare for Jake Roberts to be on my top 3 next week.
Is there any others that you think would be good before we move on to the news and wrap this thing up?
The only other 2 that I would enjoy would be the McMahon kids.
I think that would be a great one.
Yep. Especially
Uh-huh.
the son. What's his name?
Shane
Yeah,
McMahon.
my friend Jason actually commented. I think he said Shane.
What an over theme song.
Where's that heart attack I'm looking for? Here we go.
How about
on.
the one
Charlie.
with Dustin Rhodes would be a good one.
I think the Rhodeses
growing up
would be good. I think
Ooh, we can do Cody.
We do Cody,
Right up to the
Cody's
moment
dad,
he gets the neck tattoo.
yeah,
after that.
It starts with the neck tattoo in the first
Oh,
words
it
are-
works backwards.
So I'm curious how you wonder how I got here.
It mementos, so it works in
Mm.
forward and reverse.
You meet in the middle. I
Yeah.
love it.
Charlie says Bruce Pritchard, Dr. Tom Bruce, Houston Wrestling, being with Vince.
That would be something.
Could
Charlie
be.
also said Karrion Cross, I bet.
I mean, I think I remember on the Facebook post and on Twitter, I think some people had said like Ric Flair and or Charlotte Flair.
Could not put any of Ric Flair's stuff unless it was like Showtime.
Or Comedy Central After Dark or something like that.
22 minutes of Rick doing blow and
Cinemax.
fucking women.
Cinemax.
That was Camp WWE, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's definitely not making it to NBC. We know that for sure. But yeah, definitely some good responses there. Thank you to those who responded to that on the social media posts. And anything else before we hit the news, guys?
We've apparently hit the point of our podcast where we just have to steal from other podcasts. So if you guys have a question of the week, tweet us. You can email us. I think we have an email. We still do. You could fax
We do.
us.
We don't
However
have
you
a
want to
fax.
get the information to us. We
had
want to know what
we had
your
we had to make some cuts during the pandemic, so we do no
fuck, you cut
longer
the
have
fax
a-
line. Okay.
Fax,
Well,
the
then you
fax
can
machine
tweet
had
us
to
or
go.
email us what question you would like us to tackle next week, so we don't have to steal from the Squared Circle Jerks podcast.
I mean, Ryan, you're also you can feel free to in our group text that we text in on a daily basis with each other.
Jim, I feel like I brought the question of the week last week.
You did, but you can also
You're welcome.
you can also suggest other topics as well. It's just a thought.
Let's talk. I don't know. Let's do it right now. Then what should it be, Jim? Most over theme ever.
We already discussed
Yeah,
that.
it's already it's
is
Judas.
Stupid bullshit. Unreal. Fucking hate this podcast so much. I said with 5 minutes into this fucking show, I wanted this to be quick, and now we're after 10 o'clock already.
Oh, it's after 10 o'clock.
God damn it.